Hey everybody, today I'm going to circle back to my circle walking video, this time focusing in on the entrances and the exits and looking at circles going to the right and circles going to the left. We're going to jump right into it, beginning with the left foot forward, and we're going to walk a clockwise circle and then exit out in a forward direction. Now I'm going to begin from the same position, left foot forward, but I'm going to circle to the left. And instead of exiting straight forward towards the camera, I'm going to be exiting out at a 45-degree angle that way. Finally, I'm going to begin in this position, and instead of circling either to the right or to the left, I'm going to walk straight forward towards the camera. As you practice, try to make the circle smooth and continuous, and then try to make the exit very clear. Don't tilt to one side or the other side. Try to flow right into the straightforward walk out of the circle. As you're doing it, pay attention to a few things. Make sure that you are maintaining a vertical posture throughout the movement. Make sure you're not leaning forward or tipping to one side or the other side. Make sure your strides are nice and smooth and even, and don't overstride. So let's begin again. Now that we have each of our circles and our straightforward walk a little bit more into our body memory, let's go back a little bit and do an important part of the movement that we're going to need to do to execute each one of these correctly. And this little exercise is going to be standing straight up from this position without walking forward. Left heel on the ground. I'm just going to rise to a standing position and then shift my weight. This is an important component of each one of these circles because it's the movement that we're going to do after we shift the weight forward. We're going to stand up from the position where our foot hits the flat position. If I do the motion from here with the heel down, it's going to cause me to stand up. If I first begin the rotation to the right and then execute the stand up when my foot hits the flat position, now when I stand up, it's going to take me into the circle to the right. And if I do it in this manner, shifting forward, and it's a little bit similar to the straightforward walk in appearance because I appear like I am flat, but you'll notice that my right arm has moved forward because I've begun to turn the body to the left. And when I stand up now, it's going to take me to the left. So practice standing up several times. Don't push off from the rear leg and don't lean forward as you do it. See if you can use the core muscles on your left side, if your left heel is forward, and pull yourself up nice and smoothly to the standing position. That stand up is going to be the generation of the swing through. Once you've practiced that several times, nice and smooth, then set up the circle. Set up the circle to the right and then stand up. Set up the circle to the left and then stand up. And then we can just walk straight forward. But before we do that, I'm going to show you what's going on with the core to make it happen. So now we're going to bring the body memory into a little bit more of a conscious understanding of what we're doing. So if we're going to circle to the right, between the time the heel hits the ground and the forefoot gets to the flat position, we need to rotate the entire waist to the right. So everything is going to turn to the right, and you're going to see the body begin to angle and the left arm move forward by the time the foot hits the flat position. And then now I step off into the circle. How we're doing this is we're dividing our core into two segments. We have our upper waist that rotates, and then we have our lower waist that rotates. If you think about the upper waist, your arm is going to be connected to the upper waist. So as I rotate the upper waist from left to right, right to left, it's moving my arms. Think about the lower waist as being controlled by your belly button. So your lower waist, belly button turning left to right, left to right. That's your lower waist. And the combination of your upper waist and lower waist movement are going to determine whether you're going in a circle or going straight forward. If we want to turn to the right, upper waist and lower waist turn to the right as we set up, as we bring the forefoot to the flat position, and then we simply stand up. If I want to turn to the left, my upper waist and lower waist are both going to turn to the left as I lower the forefoot. So you'll notice my right arm going forward instead of my left arm because the upper waist is turning to the left. And my belly button, even though you can't see it, is going to have an intention turning to the left as I do that motion. That's the setup, and then now I stand up and begin the circle to the left. If I want to move straight forward, instead of the entire waist turning to the right or the entire waist turning to the left, we're going to have the upper waist turn to the right and the lower waist turn to the left. And that's going to cause the setup like this. You'll see the left arm going forward, and you won't see the body turning to the right because the upper and lower waist are turning in opposite directions, leading to a neutral or no angle as I shift the weight forward to the flat foot. So there's no angle as I bring the body into this flat foot position, and then I stand up. And that's going to bring me into a straight forward walk. So clockwise rotation of the waist to set up the turn to the right, counterclockwise rotation of the waist to set up the turn to the left, and then torsional rotation of the waist, meaning one side going to the right, one side going to the left in order to walk forward. If you've gotten that down, then we're going to switch the legs. With the right leg forward, if I want to turn to the left, both upper and lower waist are going to go to the left during the setup. And then I'm going to use the core on the right to stand up, and that's going to take me into the circle. And I can walk out in a straight line. With the right foot forward to turn to the right, upper and lower waist turn to the right during the setup. Then we stand up after that. And again, we're going to end up walking out at a 45-degree angle. And then finally, with the right foot forward to exit straight, we're going to shift with the torsional rotation, but this time the upper waist turning to the left, lower waist or belly button turning to the right. And then we stand up. So that gives us our circle walk, turning to the right or turning to the left, beginning from either the left foot forward or the right foot forward. And the alternative is we can just walk straight forward in a line starting either with the left or the right foot forward. When you have that down pretty good, then I want you to focus on the exit. Make sure that you're exiting nice and clean. So the exit from the circle to move into a straight line is going to be the same as we did to move in a straight line from here. To set up the straight line, you don't want both upper and lower waist turning in the same direction. You want them turning in opposite directions. So if you're going to exit straight forward with the left foot forward, the left arm should be going forward and the belly button on the left should be going backwards or turning to the left. So that's going to exit you from the left foot forward. If you're exiting with the right foot forward, you want to make sure that your upper waist is turning forward on the right and then turning backward on the right from the lower waist. So that torsional or twisting action. If you practice this exercise and really get your body memory into your mind, so it's not just a reflex, it's conscious, it's going to help you with your normal walking technique. So you can make sure your normal walking is vertical without leaning forward. You're not going to be overstriding. You're going to be able to place the heel very gently without a heavy impact. And that is going to be very helpful for your hips and for your knees and for your feet, so you don't end up developing pain in those joints. And it's also going to help with your spinal alignment and prevent lower back pain, or if you already have lower back issues, it's going to help you improve those. So I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure to click the like button and subscribe to the channel. If you're new to the channel, I'm Dr. Todd Martin, creator of The Walking Code. On this channel, I try to give you tips to help you walk more fluidly, walk with more confidence, and walk with lower impact on your joints. I'll see you in the next one.